What's up, everybody? It's John with John Sports Arts coming at you with a brand new video. How's everyone doing today on Thursday, Throwback Thursday? We've got something really cool and special that we're going to showcase today. It's 1976 baseball discs, Isley's and Sweet Williams Restaurant baseball discs. This is the complete set. I actually purchased this from a local LCS baseball card castle on eBay. Got months and months ago, at least 5 months ago, maybe even 6 months ago. And the idea was that I wanted to do this showcase of this set at the last remaining standing Isley's restaurant store, whatever you want to call it. Isley's was a super interesting thing. It started out as an ice cream parlor and then morphed into a restaurant section, and then the Sweet Williams, and they're known for these like towering ice cream cones, the skyscrapers, and also Klondike bars too. So there's a little history about Isley's right there, and at the end of this, there's like a 6-minute video on Isley's, and you might want to check that out at the end of the video. It's pretty neat, and it'll be at the end of this video. Let's get to these discs. I'll show you the obviously back of these. There are some really massive names in here. They're not numbered, so I don't know like what order they would necessarily go in. So we're gonna just go with them as they are. So here you go. You got Larry Boa starting us out, and they didn't obviously have the rights to the to show any sort of logos, emblems of the teams, but they were able to have the Phillies there, and then MLB logo, and then just to get vitals right here, and then where they were born, and then just MLB Players Association in the year 1976. So they're all different colors too. It's very cool. Here's what the back of these look like. So here's Isley's. They look at that 155 locations to serve you a collector's and trader's item available at Isley's. And there's Sweet William Family Restaurants. I don't remember Sweet Williams. I remember Isley's was a big deal here in the Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh area. I believe Isley started out in Ohio and then came here. And I don't know what other states that they were in, but that little documentary, 6-minute film, will talk about that and all the other things I've mentioned here, plus some other things too. So there's Larry Boa to start us out. Pretty sweet. Jerry Koosman, New York Mets, Mickey Lolich. These cards are in prime shape. Beautiful discs. Tito Fuentes, San Diego Padres. Look at that Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. Followed by Hall of Famer Tom Seaver. John Candelaire, the Candyman. Hall of Famer Don Sutton, here in the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hall of Famer Tony Perez, Cincinnati Reds, part of the Big Red Machine. Ron Say. Ted Simmons, recently inducted. Mike Tyson, he made it in the set here. It's a 70-card set, by the way. Doc Medich, Pittsburgh Pirates. Pretty cool. From Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Al Oliver, Mr. Scoops. Ken Griffey Sr. Mr. Pete Rose. This is beautiful. Young Pete Rose there. Rick Monday. Chicago Cubs at that point. Reggie Smith, great player. Here on the St. Louis Cardinals. I think he was on the Dodgers too. Am I correct in saying that? Andy Thornton. What if that's Andre Thornton? Infielder. I wonder if that's him. Here in the Chicago Cubs, but I don't know if that's him or not. I remember him, obviously, Andre Thornton from the Indians, so maybe it's a different player. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer there. Boston Red Sox, Yaz. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Followed by Dave Kingman, King Kong. Here in the Mets, also in the Cubs. Al Hrabosky, look at that stash. That's a mustache. That's a mean-looking man. Don Kessinger, St. Louis Cardinals. Look at that. Lou Brock. Beautiful disc card right here. Good stuff. Followed by Hall of Famer, another Hall of Famer, Willie Stargell, Pops. Unbelievable. It's a beautiful card. So Richie Zisk. I mean, I love the different colors, the baseball stitching here. Just awesome. I don't care. There's no logos. This is not even bothering me. They're just beautiful. I'm glad I have this to add to the collection. Dave Parker, Cobra. Manny Sanguian, still with us. Very nice gentleman there. Jerry Royce. The Pirates are a few seasons, and the Dodgers is the main team that we know him from. Randy Jones. Sitting apart is Mr. Rod Carew, Hall of Famer right here. Awesome player. Minnesota Twins, Jim Catfish Hunter. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. That's a beautiful one, too. Followed by Rennie Stennett, Pittsburgh Pirates. I looked at the checklist for this. I have no idea. I had no idea and still have no idea who else is going to be in this, and we'll find out as we go along. Mr. Fred Lynn, Boston Red Sox. Cesar Cedeno, Houston Astros. Willie Horton, Detroit Tigers. Hall of Famer Frank Robinson here in the Cleveland Indians. I did not know he was in the Indians. I know him from being on the Orioles, but there he is in the Indians. Rest in peace, Mr. Frank Robinson, Hall of Famer. Steve Rogers, Montreal Expos. Don Gullett, Cincinnati Reds. Andy Messersmith, LA Dodgers. Oakland Athletics pitcher Vida Blue, another great player. Greg Luzinski. Dave Cash, here in the Phils. Jim Cott, here in the Phils. Know him mainly being on the Cardinals. Bobby Mercer, here in the Giants. I know him mainly being on the Yankees, but there he is on the Giants. Look at that hair flap haircut. That was the look back then, guys. That was it. John Montefusco, the Count. Count of Montefusco. Here in the San Francisco Giants. Jeff Burrows, Texas Rangers. Bill Madlock, Mad Dog, here on the Cubs. Is also on the Giants and the Bucks and the Tigers. Great player, Mad Dog. Joe Torre, I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. Here he is as a player, New York Mets. Carlos May, Chicago White Sox. Jose Cardinal, the Chicago Cubs. Thurman Munson. Beautiful. Rest in peace, Mr. Thurman Munson. Steve Garvey. See if he gets in the Hall of Fame. He missed out this past time. John Mayberry, another great player that definitely gets overlooked. All right, last little batch of discs here. A nice Johnny Bench, Hall of Famer. The Cincinnati Reds. Nice Nolan Ryan. Look at that. That's beautiful. Jimmy Wynn, Atlanta Braves. Followed by Joe Morgan, Hall of Famer there, here in the Cincinnati Reds. Louis Tiant, great pitcher there for the Boston Red Sox. Hall of Famer Steve Carlton, a rare shot of him with a mustache. It's pretty cool, different. Bake McBride, here in the St. Louis Cardinals, but I know him from being on the Phillies. He was another good player, good outfielder. Jerry Morales, Chicago Cubs. Wilbur Wood, Chicago White Sox. Rusty Staub, Legrand Orange. Look, they even have orange on here. I don't know if they did that intentionally or if it just was from New Orleans, Louisiana. Rest in peace, Mr. Rusty Staub. Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer there. Big, massive names, man. This is some baseball history right here on these discs. Mr. Bob Watson recently passed away, too. Rest in peace, Mr. Watson. Good player there. Mr. Mike Schmidt. And the last disc we have, look at that, Hammer and Hank Aaron. Hall of Famer right there. That's a great way to end this video. These are awesome. I love them. They are just spectacular. They're sort of rare to find the full set. You can find them on eBay. And these discs, you know, they would come out with different companies would have their branding on the back of these. But I really love these. These are just incredible. I'm glad I was able to purchase them months and months ago. The idea, like I said, was I was going to go in the original Isley, or the last Isleys, the remaining Isleys, and showcase this. And they're known for their chipped ham sandwiches. I was going to do that, but with the pandemic here, I just feel like it's a little too risky to do that. So instead, we're showcasing these discs, baseball card discs, and we're going to show the 6-minute video so you get a little taste of what Isley's is all about. So without further ado, we're going to showcase that in a second. Remember, if you're not subscribed, like to see here, then subscribe button right below my X finger there. Like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you think of these discs. Remember, the eBay store link is down below in the description. That's all I got for you guys. Tomorrow's Friday. We open up the Universal Treasures box, 1952 to 1983 Topps exclusive box. It's going to be lots and lots of fun, so look out for that tomorrow on Friday. And without further ado, here's this little short 6-minute long documentary about Isley's. You can learn more about that and the history of that just really cool, iconic ice cream store and restaurant. Thanks again for watching, guys. This is John Sports Card signing off, and hey, we'll see y'all soon.
In the 1940s and 50s, the local Isley's store was always buzzing. Workers sipping coffee before punching in, or stopping by for a chipped chopped ham sandwich on their lunch break. Kids running from school, trading in their pennies for a skyscraper cone or a Klondike bar. This scene played out in hundreds of stores across Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. Isley's was a household name. It began in 1833. Christian Isley and his family immigrated from Switzerland to the settlement of Switzer Township, Ohio. The land wasn't ideal for making cheese, which had been the family trade, so they turned to milk, selling it to local hotels and restaurants. Eventually, the family purchased their first dairy plant. From the beginning of their very own great American experiment, the Isley family was known for generosity, innovation, and hard work. The milk business grew, expanding from delivery routes to storefronts. Isley's stores sold bread, cold cuts, milk, cheese, and butter. But the real draw was the ice cream counter, where kids and adults alike marveled at dozens of flavors and watched as the employees piled rich ice cream high onto crispy cones. Isley's Skyscraper Cone made its first appearance in the 1920s. This tall treat was twice the size of the average ice cream cone. It even required a special scoop and technique to build. Another Isley's ice cream invention was the famous Klondike bar. Right away, Klondikes were a hit. And before automation came along, the bars were handmade and individually wrapped at Isley's plants by the mostly female workers, dubbed Klondike Girls. The innovations didn't stop at ice cream. On the savory side, there was chipped chopped ham, sliced impossibly thin and perfect for sandwiches. Thanks to this commitment to innovation and its customers and communities, Isley's persevered through some of America's toughest times. In the wake of the stock market crash, other businesses were shutting their doors, but Isley's continued to grow. When America went to war, Isley sent millions of pounds of dry milk, butter, and cheese overseas to the troops. In the years after World War II, Isley's evolved along with the rest of the country, opening up suburban restaurants that were different from their traditional dairy stores. Today, Isley's is still locally owned and operated, and the iconic Isley's checkered floor has given way to the grocery store aisles, where customers still pick up their products to share at the family table. Probably on the family couch, too. And while customers are no longer marching down the streets with skyscraper cones, fans old and new will soon be packing Isley's ice cream into their freezers once again. From milk delivery routes to the grocery store checkout, the Isley's vision is ready for a whole new generation.